Hey everyone, I'm back with an Epstein update. Today I'll cover Bill Gates and President Donald Trump. Let's dig in. Microsoft co founder Bill Gates was hit hard with this release as the files show communications with Epstein after 2008, including emails where Epstein claimed Gates ended their friendship due to an accidental incident implying Gates had an STD. Gates has stated regrets associating with Epstein. The files include emails, investigative notes, and references to meetings, primarily from federal probes into Epstein's network. Gates has repeatedly described the association as a huge mistake and substantial error in judgment, expressing regret for any meetings and stating he never visited Epstein's private island, Little St. James. No victim has accused Gates of sexual abuse or criminal involvement in Epstein's trafficking activities, and he has faced no charges or civil claims related to Epstein. Draft emails from Epstein dated July 18, 2013 are posted, but it's unclear if Epstein ever sent them to Gates. In one, formatted as a mock resignation letter from someone named Boris, Epstein alleges Gates sought help to obtain antibiotics to surreptitiously give to his then-wife Melinda Gates after allegedly contracting a sexually transmitted disease from sex with Russian girls, to facilitate illicit trysts with married women and provide Adderall for bridge tournaments, and participate in activities ranging from morally inappropriate to potentially illegal. These claims are entirely unverified, lack corroboration, and appear to be Epstein venting frustration over Gates ending their relationship. A spokesperson for Gates has strongly denied them, calling the allegations absolutely absurd and completely false, and noting they show Epstein's efforts to entrap and defame Gates after being cut off. The emails came shortly after Epstein tried and failed to broker a venture between the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and J.P. Morgan Chase. Gates has said he met with Epstein several times, hoping to secure philanthropic donations, but cut ties when that didn't materialize. Gates met Epstein multiple times, starting around 2011 to 2013, including dinners and meetings in New York and elsewhere. Some were attended by others, like scientists or foundation staff, and no flight logs in the released files show Gates on Epstein's plane. Gates has denied traveling to Epstein's island or properties where abuse allegedly occurred. Earlier reporting noted Epstein tried to leverage connections to Gates, including a 2013 claim he could influence Gates Foundation decisions. Melinda French Gates has previously cited Epstein ties as one factor in their 2021 divorce, though not the primary reason. The files do not contain photos, witness statements, or direct evidence linking Gates to Epstein's crimes. Mentions are mostly Epstein's own communications or investigative summaries of his elite network. Gates' name appears in passing in Epstein's collected news clippings or social references, but nothing implicates him in abuse. Heavy redactions apply for privacy and ongoing matters, but mainstream coverage emphasizes the sensational claims are unsubstantiated and from Epstein himself, a convicted offender known for manipulation. President Donald Trump was mentioned thousands of times, including in news articles Epstein collected, emails, and FBI tips. Flight records show more trips on Epstein's plane than previously reported, and a 2021 FBI interview alleges Maxwell presented a victim to Trump at a party, summarizing her accolades like a professional CV, but the victim, I believe this was Virginia Giuffre, stated nothing happened and no misconduct occurred. There is a wide variety of unverified and/or unsubstantiated sexual assault claims from public tips, and Epstein followed Trump news closely. Trump has denied wrongdoing, stating he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. President Trump signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act into law on November 2025, and this release, along with earlier partial disclosures, provides the most comprehensive public view to date of Epstein's network and investigations. Many references of Trump are benign or contextual, like news clippings, articles, or emails where Epstein or associates shared stories about Trump, commenting on his politics and/or policies, or gossiped about him and/or his family. There were, of course, historical social ties from the 1980s to early 2000s, and no evidence has emerged of Trump participating in or having direct knowledge of Epstein's criminal activities. The Department of Justice explicitly warned that the files may include fake or falsely submitted images, documents, or videos, and contain untrue and sensationalist claims, especially those submitted pre-2020 election. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche emphasized that these were not deemed credible or substantiated by investigators, and no follow-up prosecutions resulted. Some emails and other communications show Epstein or Maxwell discussing Trump, for example, strategizing about a Mar a Lago employee accuser in 2011 or sharing articles. Epstein's former house manager, Juan Alessi, stated in a 2009 deposition that Trump never stayed over at Epstein's Palm Beach home or received messages there. There are no victim accusations tying Trump to abuse in these files or evidence of wrongdoing beyond historical social association. The DOJ stressed the release was in full compliance with the law, with no effort to protect Trump or anyone, and no basis for new criminal investigations or charges from the files. Blanche described much public interest as unlikely to be satisfied by the material. Trump claimed the release absolves him, shows no wrongdoing, and proves critics wrong. He has consistently described his and Epstein's friendship as ending around 2004 over a real estate dispute or other falling out, denied knowledge of Epstein's crimes, and said he hadn't spoken to him in over 15 years by 2019. President Trump threatened legal action against author Michael Wolff, alleging Wolff and Epstein conspired to politically harm him. I want to go further into Trump's well-documented cutting of ties from Epstein. According to multiple consistent reports and statements from Trump himself, this occurred around 2007, with some accounts pointing to late 2007 or related incidents earlier in the 2000s, marking the end of their social relationship, which had been active in the 1990s and early 2000s. Trump described Epstein as becoming persona non grata after Epstein repeatedly stole or hired away employees from Mar-a-Lago, specifically young women who worked at the club's spa. Trump said he warned Epstein not to do it again, but when it happened a second time, he threw him out of the place. He has framed this as a primary reason for cutting ties, calling Epstein's behavior inappropriate. According to accounts in books and articles from the Miami Herald, Wall Street Journal, and others, the ban stemmed from Epstein allegedly sexually harassing or behaving inappropriately toward a teenage daughter of a Mar-a-Lago member. The member's father reportedly complained directly to Trump, who then barred Epstein from the club to protect its reputation. Some reports mention a separate 2003 incident where a young spa worker sent to Epstein's home for a service complained of pressure from him, contributing to tensions. The fact that Epstein was indeed banned is widely accepted across outlets like PBS, NPR, BBC, CNBC, The Wall Street Journal, and Wikipedia summaries of the record. Several items and statements demonstrate Trump has repeatedly denied ongoing contact or friendship with Jeffrey Epstein after the reported falling out around 2004 to 2007. These denials have been consistent since at least 2019, when Epstein's arrest brought renewed scrutiny. Unfortunately, that's all I have time for today. Future episodes will cover Jean-Luc Brunel, Myra Nair, Steve Bannon, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, British politician Peter Mandelson, Elon Musk, New York Giants co-owner Steve Tisch, filmmaker Woody Allen, Supreme Court Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, Edgar Madison Welch and Pizzagate, Rihanna, Jay-Z, Obama, Tom Hanks, Jeb Bush, former U.S. Attorney William Barr, Michael Jackson, TMZ founder Harvey Levin, Madonna, Lady Gaga, Hillary Clinton, Stacey Plaskett, John Podesta, Michael Wolff, Hakeem Jeffries, and Mick Jagger. Of course, just because I've listed these people does not mean I'm accusing them of wrongdoing. If I've left a name off of this list that you think should be covered, please let me know in the comments wherever you follow me. Have a great day.